Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association. Missouri produces wood pallets, railroad ties, white oak barrels, hardwood floors, and more. Details on the variety of products made in the state are at choosewood.com.
Thank you for listening to this St. Louis on the Air podcast brought to you by Lindenwood University's Hammond Institute for Free Enterprise. Examining market approaches to help solve economic and social issues, hammond.institute.
Welcome to St. Louis on the Air. I'm Don Marsh. St. Louis is the hometown of notable hip-hop artists such as Nelly and Chingy. Their music has inspired up-and-coming St. Louis artists like 22-year-old Jasmine Davidson, who goes by the stage name Pinkcaravan. Pinkcaravan works closely with Kansas City-based producer Darren Edwards, also known as Namesake. Producer Zandra Ellen recently sat down with the duo and discussed the role St. Louis has played in their artistic development and about their characterization of St. Louis hip-hop today.
I recently had the opportunity to sit down with two local hip-hop artists whose unique sound has gotten them featured in music blog Pigeons and Plains and named one of the Riverfront Times' 2018 STL 77 honorees. St. Louis-based rapper Pinkcaravan and her Kansas City-based producer Namesake have only been releasing music together for under 2 years, but their signature sound is already gaining attention in the national hip-hop scene. I asked each of them how they got their start and how they found each other. Here's Pinkcaravan.
How did my career start? I always was a writer, so after poetry in high school, I kind of added the lyrics to a beat, and that's kind of how my artistry started.
And you released your first EP in 2017?
March 17th, my birthday.
And that was a very sad happy birthday.
Yeah.
Cool. And how about you, Namesake?
I started producing in middle school, so a while ago.
How did that start?
I had a friend that I knew that used to produce at a pretty high level, and so I went over his house one day and he just showed me how to use FL Studio. And so I used to make beats for fun in middle school, and then when I was in high school someone was like, I want to buy one, and then from then I just started selling beats to people. And then eventually years later, Jasmine was looking for somebody to work on her EP. She's like, I have the sound, that I'm looking to do. And so I sent her something the same day she hit me up, and that became Rapper Jewelry Store actually. So we got started pretty quickly and we've been at it ever since. Yeah.
How did you characterize your sound when you were first reaching out to Namesake?
I think, what beat did you have on your page? It was Mario World type beat. I was I need those Mario sounds.
Yeah. I had a Mario beat on my beat page at the time, and she really liked that one. Yeah.
Nice. And just for our listeners who maybe don't know, can you explain kind of what the role of a producer is in a hip hop track?
Yeah. So the producer, I guess the most notable thing a producer does is he provides the musical foundation. Mm-hmm. So the beat, the drums, the sounds, anything that is the musical component other than the voice, usually the producer does. And sometimes they either help with song structure or writing or just any other embellishments to the song. But for the most part, it's making the beat and the song structure. That's
cool.
The main thing. Yeah.
Cool. And y'all have a pretty specific sound at this point. Do you think that you could characterize it in maybe a sentence?
It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's upbeat, it's fun, carefree, a hard-bop life.
Sad, happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely, yeah, because I'm very drawn to music where it's kind of sad lyrics and an upbeat undertone.
You can't just
to it.
Be sad.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. I noticed that there are a lot of kind of references to childhood or childlike aspects to the music. For instance, a song on your new album, Purple Dinosaur, has Barney speaking at the end.
And for you, Pinkcaravan, those spinner rims ain't gonna spin much longer, girl. It's about time you slow down rocking all those Tommy tees. All that ice in your mouth is blinding the whole neighborhood. And always remember, don't be a silly. Bye-bye.
Where does that come from for you?
I had a Barney dinosaur when I was little. It was like my favorite thing. Like for a while, I don't know. I guess a lot of music just comes from my childhood because I'm not old yet, so that's what I reflect on.
Yeah. Yeah. And what about the production?
The production, yeah, it just kind of like it just adds to kind of like the themes that she wants to put in her music.
Yeah.
So, you know, I'm knowing she wants to call the song about purple dinosaurs. So it's just, you know, what can I do to kind of like bring that sound out, bring that theme out a little bit more in the production. Yeah.
So I want to play a clip from a song right now that Namesake you actually didn't work on, but I want to play it because I think it references St. Louis in kind of a way that I want to talk about. So this is just a clip from Pink Caravan's song, David Was His Name.
City. First time I got chills down my body. Coldest winter I knew of when I knew you. We still don't speak. Solitude, heartbreak, interlude, gorgeous as ever. Mike and IQs when I'm feeling great. Coconut painting me pretty. Love my city, love your skyline. How you shine bright. My skin tone on peaches, hindsight. Matches, ashes, ashtray full. Street lights keep me company. Box of cigs you open up to me.
So, Pink Caravan, how does St. Louis as a city feature into your music? How does it inspire you?
I think St. Louis will always like be close to my heart because it's my hometown, and just like I find inspiration in like the simplest things, like I don't know, just rapping about when I was a kid and making grape Kool-Aid in St. Louis. It doesn't, you know, necessarily have to be like the Arch or, you know, stuff in St. Louis.
How do you think you would characterize St. Louis hip hop today, if there is one way that you would characterize it?
Oh, I don't know. Right now it's just very versatile, and I think people aren't scared to like play around with sounds. So yeah,
Cool.
It's cool.
Cool.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists in the city that kind of have their own sound or like that are doing something that's unique to them, and that's really dope.
Do you have any favorites right now?
I really like Smino, Anwar, Mila. Her name's Mila Lee. Sorry.
Yeah, there's tons. Like
it's so many. Like
it's
I
so
can't even
many.
name.
It's so many artists in St. Louis. Like,
Yeah.
and everybody like has like their own sound. Like,
Cool.
and they're all doing it like a good job of like being unique and stuff.
Who generally has inspired both of you throughout your career, starting with you, Pink Caravan?
Missy Elliott, and I think Missy Elliott. There's so many I can name. I just need a second.
No, yeah. Namesake. How about you?
For me, it's funny. She says Missy. So like, she says Missy. I say Tim, which is crazy because they like they work together really closely too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really
Timbaland.
cool.
When I first started producing, he was a producer that I already knew about, and I really liked his music and his beats a lot. So he like when I first started, like early on, he was like the best producer to me. Like,
In the middle school days.
yeah, that way back then, and still now he's like one of my favorites. Yeah.
So your song that you produced and that you were featured on Vroom Vroom was featured on the Dear White People soundtrack. So let's listen to a little bit of that right now, and then I want to talk a little bit about that.
I don't skirt. It's like vroom vroom. My speakers going boom boom. Wait beep beep. Who got the keys? I do. It's like vroom vroom. My speakers going boom boom. Wait beep beep. Who got the keys? Okay, I'm by my lonely. Oh, ride with me. Shotgun shimmy shoulder lean. Hey, brush your shoulders off. Namesake send me happy beats. When I'm feeling down, I'm up now.
Okay, so what was that like for you guys getting featured on this big TV show on Netflix, and how have things changed for you since then, if at all?
It was dope. It was very unexpected. I tell the story that literally it was like they emailed me and they had already decided they wanted to use it, like where it was going to be in the episode and everything.
No, they didn't ask for your permission. They were
Well,
just
yeah,
like, it's
they
gonna...
were just like, you know, we want it right here. You know, can you like sign off on it,
That's
basically?
awesome.
And I was just like, whoa, like for real. And just like, because Dear White People, they've always had like a really good soundtrack. So not only are you like getting, you know, a TV placement or like being on Netflix like that, but you're also a part of a program that is known for its music soundtrack, which is like an added bonus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, it's just been kind of cool to see people from different countries like interacting with the music now. Yeah, it's just good to keep racking up on listeners.
Yeah, that's really cool. Kind of a random question. Where did both of your stage names come from? Starting with you, Pink Caravan.
Pink Caravan. My first car was a Caravan given to me by my grandpa, and I added pink in front of it because usually Caravans are looked at as ugly or something. So when you paint it pink, it's pretty, and that's what I feel like my music does, like paint dark situations in, you know, a happy tone or light, you know.
Totally. Namesake?
Yeah. Namesake, it's pretty simple. I'm named after my father, and so namesake is like the literal definition of named after something else or another person. Yeah.
Very
It's just like shout out to my dad, you know.
Namesake.
Yeah. Or Namesake if you like that.
Trying to be fun.
Oh,
Yeah, if you're trying
cool.
to be fun with it.
So tell me about the new EP, 2002. Just a little bit about it for our listeners.
2002 is me reflecting on childhood once again, but in a more fun way, just very upbeat.
And Namesake, you produced 4 songs on the EP?
I produced 5 songs.
5 songs
yeah,
on the EP.
Yeah.
Cool.
So it's dope.
Do you want to start with some of the songs that you worked on? Okay, yeah. So start with Hot Wheels. A little bit from both of you about the song.
The intro, this song.
Yeah, Hot Wheels, man. I think that was the last song I produced, even though it's the intro. I think that's the last beat I made for the project, actually.
Cool.
So, yeah, it's really just kind of like, it sets the tone for like what the project's going to be. Just kind of like musically and thematically.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's got a little Nelly interpretation on there too. Shout out Nelly.
Yeah, just to introduce people to the St. Louis sound, I had to throw the little Nelly. Yo, street in a caravan.
Cry, cry, baby. Yo, street in a caravan. Street sweeper, baby. I know the muffin man. Hot Wheels me for speed. Oh, you roll then glue your weave. Icebreakers, they not for me. I break the ice, then up and leave. You see the bling when I cheese. I call that happy.
Yeah.
And then, talk about Missy Elliott. You mentioned she's one of your inspirations, and then you wrote a whole song about her. So,
whenever I need to feel myself or like get in that mood, I'll turn on Mary J. Blige or Missy Elliott, because I feel like those are 2 very confident women, or like at least it's like they express it that way. Yeah, Missy Elliott has been like influencing me since I was a kid. Grew up on Missy Elliott.
Crash the all pink limousine. Russian cream, show the lean. Crash the all pink limousine. Green Kool-Aid, purple drinks. I'm sipping all that haterade. Missy E, Missy E, Missy E can't stand the rain. Missy E, Missy E, Missy E can't stand the rain. Russian cream, show the lean. Crash the all pink limousine. Green Kool-Aid.
Yeah, enough said on Missy. She's like a legend and a pioneer in a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
Like,
If you don't look up to Missy, I don't know.
what are some of your favorite spots in St. Louis?
Grand Walk.
favorite like places to eat.
STL Grills.
Wow.
Southside.
Low key, Southside is nice. like Sular and all of that. I like going to Tower Grove Park with my girlfriend. That's really nice.
Nice place.
It's like a low key spot. Like, 'cause everybody goes to Forest Park, right? So it can be crowded sometimes.
Right.
Tower Grove is just like nice and open space.
Yeah,
Yeah, stuff.
for sure.
Probably
Soul
favorite
Taco.
spot. Soul Taco. Wait, let me talk about Soul Taco for a
Please
second.
talk about Soul Taco for as long as you want.
I've never had a better taco. Like, I think there's only like 3 Soul Tacos in the United States or something
I
like
think
that.
so.
Yeah.
Like Chicago.
There's like one in Chicago, one here, one in Columbia.
And one is on our loop.
Yeah, one is in the loop. Like Soul Taco is amazing. It's fire. And whoever owns Soul Taco, like,
Love you.
yeah, I appreciate you. And you should like really like try to expand because I think the world needs to
Soul
experience
Taco.
Soul Taco.
Can we expect some music about Soul Taco?
I'm probably going to, yeah.
It probably will. Yeah, we need to. Yeah, we need to
Music
do that.
video.
Yeah, we need to do that.
Ooh.
Something. Yeah. Like, can we like if the guy that owns Soul Taco listens to this episode, we need to shoot a music video in Soul Taco.
Oh, yeah. Okay, we can probably make that
Yeah,
happen.
we need to do that. Yeah.
Please.
What do you think is the future of St. Louis hip hop? And also, do you think you have to leave St. Louis to do your art?
I don't have to, but I'm going to.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because, for personal reasons, like, I need new stuff to rap about. I
Yeah.
need new inspiration. So, yeah.
And what do you think is the future of St. Louis hip hop?
I think it's going in a good direction. There's a lot of versatile artists just not sticking to any standards, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think St. Louis, I think hip hop in general, it's really like DIY, especially if you're not in like a huge market, you know, where there's a lot of like industry presence and stuff like that. Yeah. So, you know, I think the future, if you live in any place where there's not like a huge like, you know, market for like industry, like there's a lot of structure and stuff to help you like get bigger. You just gonna have to like really figure it out, like figure out who you are as an artist, figure out who your audience is, and then just grow from there, like step by step.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Awesome. I think that's a great place to end. Thank you both so much for being with me today.
That was Andra Ellen talking to hip-hop artist Pink Caravan and Namesake. This is St. Louis on the Air on St. Louis Public Radio, 90.7 KWMU.
Support comes from the Missouri Forest Products Association, committed to conservation and careful management of the state's forests to make them more resilient and better habitats for wildlife. ChooseWood.com.